Hello students, I am Ashutosh Kumar Jha from AK Jha classes of biology. Today I am going to explain excretory system in plants and animals for class 10. Firstly, we define excretion. Excretion is the process of removal of nitrogenous wastes or all toxic wastes outside the body. Toxic wastes are produced during metabolism, which are harmful for living organisms, for both plants and animals, and we have to remove these wastes just like urea, uric acid, ammonia, carbon dioxide, etc. because these are harmful for living beings, and we have to remove these toxic wastes outside the body. So excretion is the process of removal of nitrogenous toxic wastes outside the body. Firstly, we define excretion in plants, then excretion in animals, mainly in human beings. Plants do not have a special excretory organ. All the metabolic wastes which are generated in plants are either stored in leaf or stored below the bark of the stem. When leaves becomes yellow and falls, the excretory product removed outside the body. When bark falls, along with barks, the excretory products also removed outside the body of plant. In some plants, excretory products are liberated in the form of resins and gums from the stem. So plants do not have a special excretory organ, so we do not need to explain any excretion in plants. Now we explain the excretion in animals, mainly in human beings. Excretion is the process of removal of nitrogenous toxic wastes outside the body. These toxic wastes are produced during metabolism. Mainly they are nitrogenous wastes. Our main excretory organ are one pair kidneys, which are located in abdominal cavity just below the stomach in back side, one on either side of the backbone. Each kidney is bean shaped. From kidney, a duct arises which is called ureter. Ureter opens into urinary bladder, and urinary bladder opens out through urethra inside the external genital organ. All the excretory substances which are produced during metabolism are diffused in blood and comes in kidney through blood circulation. Now kidney filters the blood from urine or urine from blood, and filtrate comes in ureter, that is urine comes in ureter, collects for some time in urinary bladder, and time to time liberates through urethra. Now we study the internal structure of kidney and the process of filtration of blood from urine or process of separation of urine from blood in detail. Each kidney is made up of thousands of uriniferous tubules or nephrons. Nephrons are the filtering unit in each kidney, and blood comes in nephron where it filters. So we see the structure of nephron first, then the mechanism of filtration of blood in nephron. Now we see the structure of nephrons. Nephrons are the filtering units of kidney. Each kidney contains thousands of nephrons. Nephrons are also called uriniferous tubules. See the structure of nephron. Each nephron has an interior end, a cup-shaped structure. This cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. Cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule, and the network of blood vessels inside the Bowman's capsule is called glomerulus. And the duct arise from Bowman's capsule is called proximal tubule. Now, in lower side, it becomes narrow and U-shaped. This U-shaped tube is called loop of Henle. This loop of Henle opens into a more coiled and thicker tubule, which is called distal tubule. This distal tubule opens into a duct which is called collecting duct. In collecting duct, all the uriniferous tubules or nephrons of a kidney opens. So the collecting duct collects the urine from all the nephrons. This collecting duct opens into a canal which is called Bedar's canal, and Bedar's canal opens into ureter, and ureter opens into urinary bladder, and urinary bladder opens into urethra, and urethra opens outside the body, and urine liberates outside the body time to time. Now we study the mechanism of filtration of blood through nephron or uriniferous tubules. All the nitrogenous wastes which are dissolved in blood comes in glomerulus through afferent arteriole. And after filtration, the blood liberates from efferent arteriole. The whole process of filtration of blood completes in two steps. First step is called ultrafiltration. First step is called ultrafiltration, and next step is called selective absorption. Next step is called selective absorption. Firstly, we explain ultrafiltration, and then we explain selective absorption. All the nitrogenous wastes which are dissolved in blood comes in blood by the process of diffusion, comes in glomerulus, where the cells of the wall of Bowman's capsule filters all the substances from blood. Blood cell goes to the efferent arteriole, and filtrate comes in proximal tubule. So this filtrate is not called urine because it contains different essential substance, nutrients. So the filtration through the cells inside the Bowman's capsule is called ultrafiltration because the filtration occurs through the membrane of the cells. So during ultrafiltration, only blood cells are removed from the blood. Blood cells goes in blood vessels, and the filtrate comes in proximal tubule. Now next process arises, which is called selective absorption. In the process of selective absorption, the kidney tubule, that is loop of Henle, distal tubule, absorbs all the essential nutrients just like amino acids, glucose, some hormones, some ions, excess of water. These all are absorbed by the wall of loop of Henle and distal tubule and sent it again to the blood vessels. When this filtrate passes through the distal tubule, then it is called urine because now it contains only water and nitrogenous waste. It do not contain any essential nutrients. Now this urine comes in collecting duct. The urine from all the nephrons collect in collecting duct, and the collecting duct send the urine to a canal which is called Bidder's canal, and Bidder's canal opens into ureter. Through ureter, urine is deposited in urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder, urine liberates time to time through external genital organ urethra outside the body. In this way, the mechanism of filtration of blood from urine or urine from blood completes. First process is ultrafiltration. Then next process is called selective absorption. Ultrafiltration occurs through the woman's capsule and glomerulus, while the selective absorption occurs through the proximal tubule, loop of Henle, and distal tubule. In this way, the nitrogenous waste removed outside the body. Some waste, just like carbon dioxide, as a byproduct in respiration, also liberates out during the process of respiration. During exhalation process, carbon dioxide is also removed outside the body. This process is also called excretion. In next video, I shall explain the next life process, that is transportation in plants as well as in animals. Transportation of plants includes transportation of water and minerals from root to leaf, that is ascent of shape through xylem vessels, and transportation of food from leaf to all parts of the body. In human being, we explain the transportation of different nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, enzymes in different part of the body, which is blood circulation, which include blood circulation and our heart functioning and the structure of heart and whole circulation of blood in our body.